actually. Yes, still good morning for a half hour. Okay, so I wanted to do a quick update with you on my health situation. We're back at camping. We're here till tomorrow, so that makes 10 days of camping. I had to go home yesterday to have a follow-up. So if you watch the older videos, not that old, I had to go in for a PET scan because I have lymphoma. I have non-Hodgkin's follicular lymphoma. And a little background on it was I had gone to the ENT in, I think it was the beginning of March. Everything was fine. Nothing was swollen. Everything was good. I went to the ENT in February, sorry. Everything was fine. I noticed in March I had a swollen right tonsil. Very swollen, actually. And I feel like you're really high up. Went to my doctors, just thought it was okay, put me on meds, didn't work. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion, so I went to my ENT. He immediately, within 5 minutes of being in that office, said, we need to take it out. He was suspicious of cancer. And 2 days later, I was in the hospital having a tonsillectomy, which, by the way, I will reiterate, sucks really bad for adults to recover. It's horrible. Anyway, besides the point. So, almost a week after the surgery, I get the call from the ENT, and he tells me that it's lymphoma. At this point, I don't know what kind, I don't know how bad, I don't know anything. He refers me to an oncologist, which is one of the best oncologists here in New England, and this happens to be his specialty. So he refers me to him. I go to him a week after that, and he has the report, and he tells me that it is non-Hodgkin's follicular lymphoma. And we caught it really early, which I'm a huge advocate for paying attention to your body and listening to your gut. I had lots of people telling me it was nothing, don't worry about it. People think I was a hypochondriac. No, it's cancer. So, anyway, I had to wait 2 months for recovery because when you have a PET scan, you're injected with a radioactive glucose-based dye. And anything that's inflamed in your body will show up. So I had to wait 2 months, which was okay because I don't have any symptoms. I haven't had any symptoms. If I hadn't noticed that tonsil, I still wouldn't know because I don't have any symptoms. So I waited the 2 months. Last week, went to the appointment, had the PET scan done, and then yesterday went to the doctors, the oncologist, to get the results. So here are the results. There is good news and there's bad news. So we'll do the bad news first. And that is that the lymphoma is in 3 other lymph nodes. 2 in the neck, one's like back here, 1 in the front, and then 1 in the left groin. But the good news is they're extremely small. All of them are under 1 centimeter. Over a centimeter, I would get biopsy and some like target radiation. But they're under a centimeter. It's sort of a watch and wait kind of deal that they do when it's like this. So I had the option, mind you, I put this on Facebook, people who wanted to know. It's an easy way to get it to the masses of people who want to know. And I had some pretty harsh things said that I didn't want to fight for my life, which is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That came from a fellow cancer patient. I mean, just ridiculous things. So, first of all, watch what you say to people, because that's ridiculous. What's happening is I went through the options of treatment. I don't need treatment at this time. There's a drug called Rituxan, I think it's called. He said that that's an option if I wanted it, but didn't really think I need it right now, because the problem with this cancer is it can never be cured. So this will be something that I will have to deal with for the rest of my life. The good part of it is that it's non-aggressive. So it is not something that is going to grow overnight or within months and then kill me. It's non-aggressive, but I do have to keep up, which I already do, on my health. There's been many things throughout my life that have happened that would have taken me down if I wasn't paying attention to my body and listening to my gut. So anyway, I declined it based on all the facts I had, based on my condition at the moment, based on his recommendation, based on my daughter who is in med school, her boyfriend who's a doctor. I mean, based on all of this stuff of people that have reached out to, other cancer patients, people who had the same thing as me, I declined that because this is not curable. It will rear its ugly head at some point, and that's when I will need the medication. Right now, I don't need it. I don't have any symptoms. They're under a centimeter. There's only 3. I am in the category of very low risk. So I'm not going to, plus I have 3 kids still at home that I'm raising. 7 altogether, but 3 are still at home that are still little, and a 16-year-old. So I'm not going to put anything into jeopardy that I don't need to. And at this point, my oncologist told me that really the only reason he would prescribe this medicine right now to somebody would be because people panic and think, well, I have to take some kind of medicine right now, or this cancer is going to take me over or take over me. But I'm not panicking. And I have to say, I'm kind of proud of myself because I have anxiety and panic disorder. And I always thought, geez, that would do me in. I would not be able to function if something bad like that happened. And I haven't panicked. I haven't had any serious anxiety over it. I haven't had any panic attacks over it. I have been living my life as freely and happily and fully as I can. I'm already started homesteading. We started that last year, as you know. So the plan is to keep going forward. The plan is to go full steam ahead with all of our plans that we already have in motion. Everything was kind of just sort of sitting there stagnant while I waited for these results, because I didn't know if I was going to need chemo, anything like that, but he said, no, absolutely not. We don't need that at all. So, to some people, me saying, well, I'm not going to have treatment for this cancer that is in my body right now, people have, and I'm sure still do, think, well, that's crazy. Why wouldn't you treat that? Even my daughter, who's in med school, asked me, why wouldn't they sort of nip this in the bud? The problem is there is no bud to nip because this cancer can't be cured. So you sort of have to take it with a grain of salt and say, okay, I feel fine. I have no symptoms. I could go many years without anything happening. There was one woman who said her brother did the same thing. He declined any treatment. He was in the same position. 10 years he's gone with no issues, and just right now he's getting treatment for something they found in his stomach. That's going to happen either way with this cancer. No matter what I do right now, it will come back at some point. So why would I mess up my life and get on all these medications right now when I don't have to? When it's not bothering me, When it bothers me, then I'll go for it. But you can't cure this. So I can't take a magic drug and say, cancer's gone. Wait, we cured it, it's all gone. You can't do that. That will never be possible unless they come up with some kind of cure for it. It can't be cured right now. Breast cancer can be cured, lung cancer can be cured, and all these in early stages. But this can't be cured. So I say to you, and as I've said to the few people on Facebook who have, for some reason, decided that is their place to be rude and give me, I don't know, advice or whatever you want to call it, or state their opinions. This is what's best for me and best for my family right now. This will not go away no matter what I do. And my doctor explained it really well, that I could treat now, it's not going to make any difference for later. The lifespan, no difference whatsoever. If I took that medicine now, or if I waited till it got worse, and then took it when it was most effective, my lifespan will not change either way. He put it into very simple terms as to compare him and myself. If he had the same cancer as I did, he took the medicine and I didn't, 5 years down the road, I had to get treatment, it got worse. He didn't have to at that point, but I did after that was over. The lifespan is no different. So my focus now is the quality of life. So I hope you understand what that means. Also, my 10-year, what did he say? My survival rate for 10 years is 70%. So when I first heard that, I kind of panicked a little bit. But then if you think about it, anything could happen to take your life in those 10 years. There could be all kinds of issues, health issues, accidents, anything that can happen. So in reality, who actually does have 100% survival rate in 10 years? I don't think any of us do. But I plan on kicking its butt. I plan on being here for many, 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 many years. And the way things are right now, the way my case is, from what I've been told by my oncologist, I will be. So now the focus is to eat even healthier. I've already started growing our own food, but now we're still looking for our homestead. Now we can go full force now that I know what's going on. We've already started the homesteading with gardening, so I want to increase the gardens. I want to add more animals, definitely chickens, definitely pigs, probably goats. I would love a cow, a milk cow and a beef cow. So all of this is going to play into my health. So this is now, I've cut out chemicals, I've cut out any kind of sprays, I've cut out anything. I don't use any garden stuff that's chemicals, nothing like that. I clean with vinegar and water, and I've been doing this now for a year since I started homesteading. I make my own laundry detergent, dishwasher detergent, all with safe items. It's really just a matter of prioritizing and understanding that my type of cancer was caused by an outside source. It's an immune system cancer, can get in the blood, but it was caused by something outside. So even before I had this cancer, I was cutting out that stuff, but now it's really full force. So I just wanted to give you an update. It wasn't all that quick, I guess, but just so everybody knows, because I've gotten a lot of questions, I've gotten a lot of people concerned, which is awesome. So I love everybody for it. Thank you so much, and I'll keep you updated on things. So I don't go back to see him till October 1st. It's for a checkup. So hopefully everything stays fine, and I have many, many years ahead, and we can go forward with our plans for our healthier, happier, self-sustaining lifestyle. You guys have a good day.